Hello, my name is Johanna Santos. I am the owner of Corona's Coffee Shop. Not only do we sell the best coffee in Tampa, but we also have the most delicious Spanish food. Back when we first got here to the United States, coming from the Dominican Republic, this was my mother's first job. And I used to come here as a teenager after school and stuff and help prep. And I was always very involved in everything kitchen. So when the owner, Miguel, decided to retire in 2019, he called me up and he just said, "Hey, do you want Corona? You can finally have it." We do have a mixture of American traditional dishes, and we also kept some of the best plates that were here from Cuba. Also introduced some Puerto Rican food because I also have a Puerto Rican background, and then we have the Dominican side of it. This is a place that, like I said, being here 40 years, they have been generations actually that come here. When we first came here after the storm, we were surprised to see water everywhere here. So we have stocked the restaurant in hope to open quickly after the storm, and that was not the case. And we end up losing pretty much every product that we have. All the inventory was lost. And my husband can testify to that. Because I started crying one day and I said, "I think we're gonna have to close the business." And he just looked at me, and this is a true story. He just looked at me and he said, "I wish I could close it, but this is your dream and I would not let you do that." El agua estaba todo por aquí. That's when I met Mr. David Vargas, who now have become and I know it sounds cliche, but he has become like my little angel. When you're in a closed place and you need to breathe and you need to get out of there fast because you need the air, that's how our situation was when it comes to opening the restaurant and having it ready and keeping up with everything else after the storm. I was very surprised to see that within 2 weeks of me going to the SBDC, I was quickly approved for 50,000. And after I was approved for the 50,000, which I couldn't even believe it, 3 days later, it was in my bank account. I felt like they have saved our life at that moment, and they have saved Corona. And I thank God in every second of that. And we were able to quickly fix the place and continue with our business. I am for life grateful. I felt like the attention to myself, the attention to my business was always very personal. And they made me feel very welcome. And again, they made me feel just very hopeful for the business and for myself. Even though we didn't have the funds for ourselves and we were worried about that, we were surprised at how the community came here to see if we needed anything. And my husband and I decided at that moment that we were going to cook, but we were not going to charge for the first 3 days. Because we know the community and we know that everybody here was suffering. And the storm definitely teach us, first of all, you have to be financially ready. And you need to know your resources. You need to know where to look for help. SBDC have opened a lot of doors for me when it comes to how to grow my business and how to grow as a business owner too. So I just very thankful.